In regards to advice, I mean, there's a lot of things. You need, of course, to be spiritually prepared, read the scriptures, get familiarized to preach my gospel. But I think one of the things that a lot of missionaries, including myself, lack is the ability to have fun in the mission. I know there's at times, especially because missionary work in the mission is kind of slow, that a lot of people tracked and tracked and tracked. And as they're tracting, they get really down in the dumps. Partially because, I mean, let's be honest, tracting in 32 below weather for 6 or 8 hours is not the most enjoyable experience. And if nobody's willing to open up their doors, it makes it even less. However, there's more to missionary work than tracting. Actually, if you do serve in the Canada Winnipeg mission, your current mission president, President Kirk Thomas, is a big believer that there's more than one way to find. I know this because during the end of my mission, I've been able to experience different ways of finding. I was able to, of course, track. I was able to go bus contacting, talking to people on the bus about their personal experiences and trying to connect that to the gospel. There's, of course, street contacting. There's family history. If you serve in Canada, if you serve in Winnipeg, the Stake Center has a family history center available, so it would be great to familiarize yourself. And then there's also a lot of other things you can do. There's game nights. There's firesides and different activities that you can have fun in planning and doing. And as long as you make sure to promote that to others in as many ways as possible, through tracting, through trying to contact people via the radio, and so on and so forth, you'll have a lot of success. I know one of the areas I served in was a town of It was about a town of 3,000 called Roseau in Minnesota. The branch had established a basketball night where every week members of the congregation would go to the local high school and play basketball and invite their friends. This was a great opportunity for us to obviously have fun and get to know the members, but also to be able to get to know their friends and be able to try and connect to them so that when we do talk to others about the gospel, they'll be able to have an enjoyable time. I know honestly that the mission is the best 2 years of your life, as long as you apply yourself and sacrifice everything you can. It's going to be a sacrifice. For me, when I served the mission, I only have been a member for about 2 years. And the only member of my family, to be exact. And during that time, it was kind of hard. I remember one moment, me and my dad were contending over email. He's a faithful evangelical Christian, and I'm obviously a faithful LDS member. And there were points where we disagreed, and it got to the point where it was very contentious. But after praying and after trying to, be peaceable with my dad, eventually our relationship worked out. And that happens not only in that regard, but in many different regards. You'll find yourself maybe in an area where you do have to track. And after weeks and weeks of tracking, you might find someone like Robert in International Falls, who has been prepared by the Lord. But as you sacrifice your will to do the will of the Lord, you'll be able to have a great experience in your mission. And as you learn to have fun in your mission and try different approaches to finding people to teach, you'll be able to find more than what you would by just knocking on doors day after day. Elder or sister, if you are lucky and you're called to the Canada Winnipeg mission, consider it a blessing. This is the best mission in the world for a reason. You'll be able to meet lots of great people. There's a lot of great areas you'll be able to serve in. And honestly, even the people who aren't members are awesome. Just remember that as you continue to work day after day, and always rely upon the Lord for help.